This video is done by Maysa Sharif, Mariam Hamimi, A. Abid from the Pioneer High School, Saqit al-Zid. And our objective from this video is to study one of the global goals of the Sustainable Development Goals, which is gender equality, and is the goal number 5. So let's get started.
Gender equality is a fundamental human right that every human being is entitled to, regardless of their race, sexuality, or religion. But it continues to be a prevalent issue in society today due to the persistent gap in terms of access to opportunities for women and men. The issue of gender equality has been widely discussed in philosophical literature and mass media sources. In any democratic society, gender equality is considered to be an important moral principle that should be followed by all members of society. So we try to understand the gap between women and men in health, education, economic participation, and political empowerment. We try to understand whether women have the same rights and opportunities as men, regardless of whether they are in rich countries or poor ones.
In today's world, when you look around, there are so many different types of people, different races, different backgrounds, and also different stories. We live in a world of a diverse group of people. Some would think that living in such a diverse world will lead to a common ground and maybe unite together to be equal. But that is far from true. Now, I'm not talking about the inequality of people based off of race or background. The grouping of sex is the issue here. From the beginning of time till now, there has always been a separation of males and females and the way they are raised and taught. From birth, girls and boys are expected by society to play certain roles and behave in certain ways based on traditions, religions, and other beliefs. Unfortunately, in many countries, gender norms create disadvantages for women.
Globally talking, 96% of the health gap has been closed, 93% of the educational gap, 60% of the economic participation gap, and only about 19% of the political gap. And here are some statistics to show the differences. In the workplace, the average wage of a woman is 18.2% less than a man's. 4 out of 5 victims of human trafficking are girls. In the media, 69.2% of speaking characters are males. That means only 30.8% are females. 65 million of girls are out of school. And 7 million women alive today were married before turning 18. And 250 million of those were married under 15. Now, what about making things more clear with this little assimilation of a girl who is under the value of a boy and a girl who is equal to a boy? Now, let's take a look. At 12 years old, the first girl was out of school, or let me say, she was forced by her father to quit studying and attending lessons. At 15, she gets married to a man who is 2 times bigger than her, and with whom she is not convinced. At 16, she gets pregnant, and that makes her exposed to the childbirth problems. At 18, she has to raise up her children, but she doesn't have the money to, so she may sell her body to feed her kids, and that may lead her to suffering from HIV or AIDS. See how she's suffering despite her young age? Now let's compare this miserable situation to the situation of the girl number 2. At 12 years old, the second girl is happy, healthy, and well educated. At 15, she stays in school where she is safe. At 18, she uses her education to earn a living. Now she's calling the shots, and it looks something just like this. She can get married to a guy she's in love with. She can have children when she's ready to, and the kids are healthy just like her. Now, imagine this continuing for generation after generation. But sadly, I can say that there is no one country in the world where all women can expect to receive them rights. No one country in the world can yet say that it has achieved gender equality. So as a woman, I think it is right that I should get paid the same as my male counterparts. I think it is right that I should be able to make decisions about my own body. I think it is right that socially I should be afforded the same respect as men. The clock is ticking, so silence is not the solution for this huge problem. We should all unite to solve this viral issue. Let's fight for gender equality.